Good evening, everybody. KC3QPJ. And we're going to check to see if we're live. And it looks like we are. KC3 QPJ monitoring 14673.
W3FDK Echo Link Repeater.
So guys, during this broadcast,
K3NOG.
I'm going to be monitoring the local repeater and monitoring 14658. So bear with me. Hey there, Mr. Rich, K3NOG, KC3QPJ. I am starting a live stream at the moment, just waiting for people to join. So just a heads up, your audio may be in the live stream.
Oh, okay, you're doing that tonight. Alright, I'll be clear and monitoring.
Copy that, and I'm also monitoring on 14658 in case anybody joins that wants to ask any questions during the stream. So anyway, I just figured I'd monitor, and right now I've got nobody in here at the moment. But videos do get recorded and posted when they're done. Anyway, hope you're having a good night, man, and I'll catch up to you in a bit. So guys, don't want to hold off on this too long. I'm sure with everything that's going on, a lot of people may be busy. This will be downloaded to YouTube when it's done. But let's go ahead with the introductions. Good evening, it's Aaron, KC3QPJ for Farmhouse Ham Radio, and I'm here to discuss final details tonight about my event on July 30th. Couple things that I want to talk about. It is a plane crash disaster scenario, and I have everything planned and ready to go. It is a fox hunt type of scenario, but under the guise of a plane crash. Now, that being said, a few of the local clubs out here have gotten hold of the information and have been discouraging club members and other ham radio operators from participating in this event because they're worried about how it's going to go over and what have you. This is why I tell you guys, I'm finding this out third party. You know what? I don't care if people are offended at what I try to bring to the ham radio community. Then don't discourage others from doing the things that I feel would help people to learn in the hobby. Why don't you contact me directly and find out what I'm about before you act like a child and talk behind my back and try to discourage others from getting into the hobby or doing anything with an event that's not sanctioned by either the ARRL or ARES, okay? It's really frustrating when you try to make these plans, especially being new to the hobby, to try to provide some kind of insight to others that are not involved to the hobby and give them a taste of what it's all about and try to include people that aren't radio operators in the event when people are being discouraged from participating in an event. So, that being said, I'm going to move forward with this event, and I don't care who I upset. I don't care what local clubs I upset. I'm non-profit. I am not going to be part of any clubs that reflect any kind of bad attitudes or negativity when it comes to trying to help people get into this type of hobby. Okay, I understand that there are rules. I understand that there are regulations regarding what is transmitted on the air, what frequencies can be transmitted on the air, what can be said in those transmissions when you are transmitting. So that's the other thing, part of the details that I want to go over real quick regarding this event. Now, scenario is, obviously I've talked about this before, plane crash. We're going to find a black box, put out a fire, and rescue survivors. Not necessarily in that order. But when it comes to the transmitting aspect, we cannot use any kind of disaster terms since it's not a recognized event. So when it comes to, let's say, putting out the fires, we're going to say, how much water did you have to drink? Okay. And you're going to tell me, based on the envelope that's handed to you, how many waters you had to drink. And then that gives you your next clue to the next thing. When it comes to finding survivors, how many cookies did you find? Or how many cookies did you eat? There you go. And then when it comes to the black box, we're going to name it something else. So that way there's no question in anyone's mind that it's just a training scenario. There's no actual disaster happening with what's going on during this scenario or training, what have you. So that being said, guys, got nobody in here on 6 o'clock on a Sunday night. It's been a kind of a weird day out today. A little dark, very, very humid, just one of those Sundays where I am going to sit here and relax and try to answer any questions for anybody that would like to join or say something and get it on a roll. Now, I will say, if anybody watches this video, I would like it to be forwarded to others, and I'm doing this live in the hopes that eventually when this is off, when I'm done with this broadcast, this information will be forwarded to everybody else. I need you guys to email me regarding participation in your event. I have left my email address in the description below. If I get no emails from anyone in the ham community or anyone that wants to be a participant, this event for July 30th will be called off. And I need emails regarding, your call sign, who you're bringing with you to the event, if you're bringing anybody at all. And if you're not a ham, if you would like to learn about this stuff, just send me an email. The event is taking place in Frederick, Maryland, starting at 8 a.m. in Remsburg Park in Frederick. And hopefully we can get this together. Now, if I receive no emails or lack of emails from people regarding, if they want to participate or not, this event will be canceled. And I'd hate to do that. I put a lot of planning behind this, a lot of thought behind it, and I really feel like it's going to be a fun thing. But I'm really bothered by, like I said, the veterans of the ham community are not supportive of things that are not based on ARES or ARRL. This is meant to be a hobby. It's not meant to break any rules. Once you're licensed and you've done your research and you're able to transmit on frequencies and following FCC guidelines, it doesn't matter. As long as you're within guidelines, who cares what kind of event it is? This is supposed to be a fun event to get people interested in the hobby. It's just like any other field day, only we're going to be using 2 meters and 77 meters to relay communications in a fun, it's a disaster type scenario, but that's not going to be portrayed on the air, so that way we make sure that nobody knows that it's a nobody is going to think that it's a real emergency. So that being said, guys, I want to stress again the importance of hearing things third party. If you have concerns with what any other ham radio operator may be doing, respectfully contact them. Don't come across with a holier-than-thou attitude. Don't let that ham radio operator hear third party such as I have, because it disgusts me that people don't have the courage to stand up and talk to you directly. What also disgusts me is if they do contact you directly. I don't want to hear what you know, what you don't know right away, what I'm doing wrong. You can address me respectfully as I would address you respectfully and ask questions. Find out what's going on first before you make assumptions about somebody and their behavior. Now, if you know that there's outright blatant behavior involved and you've witnessed something that would be a violation in the ham radio community, you need to talk to that person right away, get others involved to get that behavior to stop. Straight up. I am a stickler for the rules. I do everything that I can to stay within the FCC regulations and the allocated band plans within my state, province, what have you. That being said, I haven't had anybody join, so we're not going to continue on with this broadcast. I am going to hang it up for the night, and I would encourage you guys, please, if I get no response, this event will be canceled. And that's just going to be a given because I put too much of my time and energy into planning this event. And I wanted it to be nice for everybody. I had a great turnout first year. I did my own field day type of situation, and I had a good turnout for the first time. I was really feeling good about the support that I got with the guys that came out. It really helped me learn a lot about the hobby. It helped me learn about how people set things up in the field when it comes to the world of HF radio, as opposed to 2 meters, 70 centimeter. I mean, HF radio really opens up a whole new world of communication, but none of that's going to be being used because this is going to be, for my scenario, I'm saying. It won't be used in my scenario because it's more of like a local type of scenario. But respectfully for the veterans out there, I really do want input. I don't care if you're a member of ARRL or ARES, or if you're a local club member that would like to come and support me rather than talk behind my back, which I found out again. Ask questions. My email is in the description below. And if you have any interest to having a day out with an actual field day of having fun to do a fox hunt centered around a scenario, then get a hold of me, because you're not going to realize how much fun it is until you've missed it. And I want this to be a fun event for everybody, but I'm disgusted by behavior that really upsets me. And I hope this video is a turn on. Let a light come on in your head thinking, hey, maybe we should be doing things differently, and start supporting the new guys that are coming into this. Now, I'm not begging for attention. I'm doing this for my own time, coming up with scenarios and ideas that I feel like would be fun within the limits of FCC regulations. And I just feel like it's something better than just sitting behind a radio for 6 to 10 to 24 hours at a time, like an official field day, okay? Which is cool. I really like field day. I've participated in a field day, but, I want more out of ham radio. Let's explore in a real world scenario how we can utilize these radios for emergencies, since ARES, isn't that an emergency service provided by amateur radio operators? And you don't want to participate because it's not a sanctioned event by ARRL or ARES, that's, who cares? Come out and show me your expertise. Show me the things that I feel you guys could do to bring more to it than what I can bring to it, rather than discouraging radio operators because you're unfamiliar with me and how I do things. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of a rant, and I'm hoping a wake-up call for some of the veterans that are stuck in things so much that they just don't want to move away from the norm. Yeah, it's not normal, the things that I'm doing, but that's the point. And the point is to utilize what you have to make it an even more fun and exciting hobby. That being said, I have nobody watching, so I appreciate anybody that might view this video in the future. I really hope that everyone here has a good rest of their weekend. It is Sunday night, 6:14 p.m. I've done all the ranting and raving that I need to do, and I really hope that you guys will attend this event. Get me via email. The deadline for emails, I'm going to cut it off for this Friday. If I receive no emails regarding participation, the event will be canceled. But I appreciate you guys hopping in and watching the video post live. And you guys have a good evening. And hope to see you again soon. I will be doing more reviews here soon with new radios and we'll be having a lot of fun in that regard. Anyway, y'all have a good evening. KC3QPJ Aaron saying 7-3. Have a good night.